Rightio.
It's a good move.
First quarter about to get underway of the grand final of 1987 in statewide football between Glenorchy and North Hobart. Umpire Michael Kelly to put ball to turf to get the game underway. Shade v Klein. Klein gets it down. Perry in the back, is it? Yes. Umpire Dawson right on the spot, and Darren Perry comes out with a free kick and a 15-metre penalty. And the boys are certainly toey in the opening stages as Perry plays on to the left foot. He's looking for Harmon. He's got the break and he's got the mark. But away from Coleman. Bradley Plain stepping in there. As you can see, a little pushing and shoving. And within 15 seconds of the start of the game, what a start this would be for the Demons if they could post this goal. Peter Hardman, 45-degree angle. You can see it perfectly on your screen. A matter of 30 metres out from goal. Then he moves. Deliberation, the kick, and the goal, the first one of the grand final. And what a great start for the Demons, John Kenny.
Yes, certainly, and a repeat of the opening of the first few minutes, I should say, of the second semi-final. To watch as Perry drives in Hardman. And what I was trying to get out in my excitement was that Peter Hardman, in less than a minute in the first semi-final, kicked a goal for North Hobart. He's done the same thing in the grand final, and of course that's just the start that they wanted.
Sure is. Great start from the Demons. Shade trying to help Glenorchy emulate the feat. Gets the tap. Away comes Curley. Curley on his left boot down to the half-forward line. Chance for the Demons. That's College. Knocks it cleverly to Gooley. Gooley out to Moore. Moore up the right street wing to Devine. And the captain kicks up to midway between half-forward flank. He's looking for Plain. Shade in the way to Ling. Back to Webster. He's the man who's got the job of marking Plain, but there's best on the ground 2 weeks ago. Elmer in the centre of the ground for North Hobart.
Now we're looking for Elmer to repeat his performances. There's Klein. Klein takes the mark. No Darren Davies. You have to give it back to him. Klein looking for the handball. Play on the call now. Out it goes. McQueen. Quick hand pass to Perry. Falls over at the inopportune moment. And away comes Fletcher. Up towards centre wing. Lovell. Can't complete the mark. He's out-generalled and outgunned here, but he does it well over to Fletcher. A hurried kick. Crisscrossing the ground of the Magpies. This is good play as it comes out to Ling. Ling looking for Pearce. He's stolen the march. And Pearce has the mark. 45 metres out he'll be kicking from. David Pearce. The kick to the edge of the goal square. The thump down. Klug the opportunity for the goal. The kick's a high one. Offline and a minor score on the board. 3 minutes gone the first term. The Magpies one behind, and North Hobart one straight goal.
John Klug, the danger man for the Magpies, would have loved to kick straight then. Away goes College. Transfers to the right street side. There's Elmer again. Elmer takes the mark and the kick to the centre. That wasn't Hardman, that was Christensen. Should have switched into top gear. He didn't. Curley took the mark. He's a player who's going to do very good things, I would imagine, today on that half-back line.
What a boomer of a kick to the edge of the square. Minton Connell in front, the mark not paid. Fletcher the hand pass away. Lovell, he couldn't get rid of it. Now Elmer again, hurriedly towards the boundary line. He'll find touch in front of the Kazali stand, but plenty of pressure out there, John, at the opening stages of the first term.
I'm just going to say tremendous pressure being applied by both sides.
Chance for the Magpies. Mansfield threaded the handball to Lovell. He's been run down a couple of times early on over the line. Scoreline, still the Demons have got that goal on the board. They're one goal straight. And the Magpies run point. And have a look at that crowd. Magnificent crowd here at North Hobart to witness the grand final as Perry kicks to the centre.
In front, Curley taps it down to Ling. Oh, Litton tackled too high. Comes out with a free kick. Quickly on to Ling again. Up towards Pearce. And my word, Pearce is showing a lot more of a positive attitude in the opening stages of this game. He had Minton Connell as his shadow in the second semi-final, and Minton Connell did a great job, but already this is the second kick for David Pearce, the second mark, and he's really attacking that football. In he moves, drop punt kick towards goals. What's it look like? Pretty good. The Magpies hit back there, a point up, 5 minutes gone in the first term. And my word, David Pearce is looking good today, John.
Yes, if you watch again, we'll see the very poor tackle there on Litton. The hand pass immediately to Ling, and what a beautifully placed ball, because Pearce had got away from Simon Minton-Cottle, and that goal equally as vital as far as Glenorchy are concerned, because David Pearce, as Rob Kilner has said, the previous finals really has been held. He seems to be on fire in the opening minutes.
So it's the Magpies by a point. Elmer trying to get the kick, doesn't. Litton gets it out of the centre, punched back though by College. Chance for the runner-up in the William Leach. Davies kicks to McQueen, cleverly eludes one tackle. Kicks high to the big man. Hardman should mark this. Well, good punch by Balcom. Away comes Coleman. Hand in the air from David Noble. But the umpire, that's umpire Kelly, wasn't going to have anything to do with that as Coleman jogs back to his position. First game in for the finals this year after suffering that ankle injury.
Very important cog of the Magpie machine. Shade in front, puts it out wide in the Balcom direction. Carpenter didn't bend down, kicked it off the ground. This could be costly. Noble, inboard to Perry. The pot shot into goal. What's he done, Darren Perry? He has popped it through the high diddle. And the second one on the board to North Hobart. That's Perry's first. And a quick reply at the 6-minute mark of the first term.
And the significance of that, the involvement of two of the running link men. Noble, Perry stands and delivers, puts it straight through the centre. And if it's not the big men, like Hardman and Christensen, then it's the runners such as Perry.
Looking at the time clock, we've got about 5.5 minutes elapsed and already 3 goals on the board. So plenty to keep everyone entertained as Shade gets the knock to Linton. Here goes Davies. Can he break the tackle? He can't. Handball to Noble. Oh, great tackle, Danny Ling. And dropping the ball. A bit hard, I thought. Styles wanted to go away with the footy. Was called back. But pretty hot on that one. Back to Linton. Linton goes out towards the player in Queen, taking the mark in the centre of the ground. Looking for Pearce. 2-out battle. Pearce against Minton-Connell. Klug over the back, but what's the result? John Klug's not going to be paid the goal, but it may be in minutes to come another goal to the Magpies because the free kick's going to David Pearce. John Kenny, what do you think of that?
I'd like to see that again. He probably will get the opportunity if David Pearce kicks a goal, and he's well within kicking distance, because we've got a chance to even see it now, so let's watch closely.
Bit lucky in the first viewing.
Yes. Queen, he was right, he was the man who kicked it. Pearce was behind, but he was the man who came down with the free kick. And as Jim Wilkinson said, while they were sorting that out, Klug had played on and kicked the goal, but the umpire would not pay the advantage.
So David Pearce already won to his name. Now gets the football and will kick from about 32 metres from goal. He'll get the distance and he'll have the shot, although there are a couple of leads flitting around in the middle, full forward line. Pearce's kick to the left, the minor score. Bad miss, David Pearce. Magpies, you go to 8, still 4 points in arrears.
8 minutes gone in the first term. And then you see Pearce running back downfield. Minton-Connell, the lead from Moore, should get the free kick, and does get the free kick as Mansfield didn't allow it, but advantage paid as College gets it out to Devine. Devine long towards centre wing, and there's a free kick plucked out of this going the way of Ross Christensen. Tries to play on, a little bit slow getting around, works himself into a corner, but Moore, the running player, does it well, chips it in towards the half-forward line, but Balcom standing firm takes a good mark in the last line of defence.
She's a good player, Mark Balcom. So too's the man he gave it to, Curley. Curley on the left boot, looking for Webster, player of the final so far. Away comes Hardman, though. Long bomb from about the centre-half forward position. And that's a good falling mark taken by Coleman in the last line of defence.
What an important cog he is in the Magpie machine. As he goes wide, looking for Curley. Free kick, Curley must be. As Elmer went in and made no attempt to go for the football. And Roland Curley already had quite a number of grabs. I'll get our statistician Jeremy Oliver to tell us in a few moments. That's his 4th kick in Roland Curley. Klug push in the back, surely. Not paid by the umpire. I would have thought that was a Jack Hill, the blind miner job. Davies, Ling, desperation. The coach is really trying to lift them, but it comes out to Perry. Scrambled kick. Moore. Over to Elmer. The running player starting to move for North Hobart. The long bong by Elmer. Who's at home? Carpenter. Did he get fingertips to it? Doesn't really matter as it scoots across the face of goals. and out of bounds for a throw in the forward pocket.
Well, felt sorry for Elmer then, because there weren't many available leads to him down on the forward line, so he had to go long. Kick shade, perfect palm to his flatmate in Coleman. Webster balks the handball, now does it to Linton. Great player in the first 10 minutes. Kicks to centre wing. 2 Magpies. Out to Gooley over the back. Handball's not a good one to Davies. Gets out of it well low, onto his left boot. Bradley Plain, you've got to put yourself in. Webster handball, a good one to Lockley. And Lockley coming out of the half-back line with a big kick to the wing, only to see a mark should have been paid to Gooley, but wasn't. Listen to the crowd.
Fletcher kicked off the ground. Luck's a fortune there as it goes to College. His kick is a bad one, or well intercepted by Lockley to Queen. Over the top. It goes towards Styles, but he's put under the hammer. Davies met solidly by Lockley. No, make that Mathewson, and I think pretty lucky to come out with a free kick.
I thought that was hip and shoulder and a fair bump.
Away goes Davies. Handball about 10 metres to Moore. Moore now long for the big fellows. Hardman. He didn't mark it. Plain picked up the crumbs. Snap. The bounce nearly beat Curley, but Curley very cool. Just tapped it over the line. And we'll see a throw in. The 2 men involved in that, 13 Hardman, 27 Bradley Plain.
Yeah, well, match this has started out as plenty of pressure. Both sides trying to exert a bit of superiority. Coleman, the hand pass is not good. Perry snaps over his shoulder. It's not going to make the distance, and great defensive work once again by that man, Roland Curley, who tips it over the line through for a minor score. And so nearly 11 and a half minutes gone in the first term, and 5 points is the margin.
Curley kicks to the leading Webster. Webster cleverly picked it up and then got tripped. Good umpiring then by Dawson. Was right on the mark to see that free kick and gave it to Mike Webster. He kicks long, looking for Styles. Make that Fletcher, number 4. But he just knocks it over the line. The man marking him is Neil Noy.
Throw in. Gooley to do battle with Queen. Trips a little bit Queen's way. Over the back, Elmer, good work, strong work, should get the free kick. No, play on is the call. Mansfield wide to Shade. Not the greatest speech to the kick, not the best. But it comes towards Styles, well shepherded by Linton. Up towards Pearce, shadowed by Mitten Connell. Mitten Connell does it superbly, close to the boundary line and sees the ball over. Fine work on that occasion by Simon Mitten Connell.
There he is in your screen, had a great year. And one I think you'll remember for a fair while is 1987 for Simon Mitten Connell. As back in play we see Klug get run into. Pearce tried to get away, couldn't. College always does something good with the football. This time kicks it long to Christensen. Away goes Davies. He's roved the packs well. One bounce. Will he have another? He goes out wide. Intercepted though by Collis, and Collis is away.
Good work to Ling. He's been a busy player. On goes the Cockroach. 35 metres out, lines up the goals, bangs away and pops it through. Brilliant stuff from the dynamic little coach. And how often through the final series have we seen Danny Ling come in and do the gutsy thing, the team lifting thing?
Yes, it started again as it always does with Glenorchy from the half-back line. Collis found Ling. Very loose marking by North Hobart. Brilliant play by Danny Ling. And Captain Courageous slams it through. And as Rod Kilner said, and I echo the sentiments, Danny Ling, who's had 3 kicks, 1 mark and 2 hand passes so far, always sets the example to his team and drags out something extra in finals.
It's a possession every couple of minutes, which is great going by the skipper. North now in attack. Bradley Plain's got a couple of yards on Webster. The football, no, he didn't hold it too well. Handball's a good one to Noble. That back line, though, solid work then. Moore gets one high, but I think Bradley Plain dived into the pack a bit too early and will give away the free kick, and it's going to a Magpie. Is that Roland Curley to take it? It's not. It's a Lyndon Lockley from half-back flank.
Centre wing. That's Demon territory out there with the Ride Street stand. The opportunity was with Sutton. Now Lovell. The kick out of bounds on the full. So the relieving free kick to be taken by Maple, who has the onerous task of looking after Klug today, John.
Yes, that'll test him to the full.
There's his kick. It's a good one in towards centre half forward. McQueen. The opposition, I don't know where it was, but he took that far too easily. Now plays around onto that left boot. The leading Hardman. A little bit wide for him. Coleman puts the body in superbly, but Hardman gets it out towards Mathewson. Mathewson's good centering kick. Carpenter does well to force it through for another minor score. And my word, the pressure out on that oval is absolutely intense as both sides give their all, and the scores are level at the, well, nearly 15 minutes gone into the first turn.
So Curley again from the full-back line. He'll go to the tiered side of the ground and he'll look for Klug. He's going to fall short. Good knock then by Mathewson. Away comes Fletcher. He's been a busy player. Kicks to the wing. Is it on the full? It is. And the free kick's going to David Gooley.
With that crowd in the background. Good sight, isn't it?
Tremendous sight. Seeing this 18,000 crowd. As Carpenter takes the mark, and of course that crowd's unofficial, but it looks to me about 18,000. Rod Kilner, you're a good judge of crowds.
Well, Jim Wilkinson as a solicitor is very good at working out figures to around about that standard. Oh, fine mark taken by Neil Noy. Superb stuff. Gets it quickly off to College. Puts it onto the left boot. McQueen, my word, he's leading Collis a merry dance at the moment. The bounce is not kind. Collis has time to butter up. Cleverly knocks it over towards Lockley. Lockley in all sorts of trouble, can get it out to Webster. His kick under pressure, high and wide. Mathewson from back. No one really touches it. Comes to Bowden. Hurried kick. Gooley. Hand pass to Perry. Is good work to Elmer. Elmer tried to break the tackle. Was well caught by Mansfield. Now the opportunity. Hardman caught. Gets it towards Mansfield. Ducks the head. Play on the call. Good umpiring. Comes to Curley. Curley wide will find Ling.
Good play then by the Magpies. That's what happens when you pressurise the opposition. As Ling kicks to the half-forward line and a fine mark by Lovell. And was he off? The crowd said he was. Umpire Dawson's got the final say. He says no way. What pass, a beauty to Pearce. And Pearce is leading magnificently. He's always away about 3 to 4 metres in front of Mitten Connell, and the way the ball was given to him allows him to just lead right onto it and give his opposition player no chance at all. 35 metres out is David Pearce. Kicks for goal. We'll listen for the crowd. The clapping says it's a goal. Umpire Graham Hamley says likewise. The Magpies by 6 points.
And John, just looking at Pearce as we go back to the mark, but Pearce, I think, is benefiting from being the full forward. He's not having to worry about, will I let Kerry Millhouse go for it or not?
That's right. You see Andy Lovell, who took that mark, and a brilliant pass to David Pearce on your screen now. And we talked about pressure, but it's Glenorchy that are putting the greater pressure on North Hobart, and North, when they get the ball forward, are fumbling.
Shade and Klein again. Klein wins it out. Here's an opportunity, but no, there's that man again to Roland Curley. Mr. Brilliance, Mr. Steadiness, but a fine mark taken by Gooley. 6 kicks to Roland Curley. As the interchange, Riley is about to replace Shade. On it goes to Maple. What's Maple going to do with it? Wide. The opportunity, Styles. Well done. Back to Curley. Kick number 7 for Roland Curley. We've only been going 18 minutes. Towards the right streets stand Queen. He gets it over and kicked further forward by Webster. Thump back into the centre. Klein makes a meal of it. Tries to paddle it out towards Perry. The good work is done there by Queen. He in turn tries to paddle it over. Now Perry back in there. A comedy of errors, but finally Klug comes in and says, this is what we do. We kick it long towards Pearce. The break on Mitten Connell, nearly the brilliant one-hander. Noy doing good work, but Pearce is there again. Mitten Connell grabbed high, play on the call, untidy football. But this is the grand final as Mathewson goes away and puts it on the centre wing to find Moore.
Moore gets the shepherd from Devine and therefore continues on the centre half forward and finds Davies. The chest mark, Darren Davies, now results in the kick long to fall forward. Christensen flies from behind. He's got to get in front. Knocked over the line by Carpenter.
And once again, Jim, there was no one of any size down on the forward line. David Noble had to make a lead because all the big men were up the ground.
20 playing 14 at the 17-minute mark.
Thumped away. Carpenter paddling the ball in front of him. Davies went without the football. So did Roland Curley. Good bump there. That's what finals football's all about. Davies tried to do it a little bit too much, did he? No, comes to Perry, the sharpshooter. What's he do this time? Out of bounds on the full. Steve McQueen thought he had it. But no, sirree, the boundary umpire right on the spot, and the free kick to be taken by Webster in the back pocket. Puts it out towards half-back flank looking for Klug.
Well, Maple did not go for the footy then.
Made no attempt at all. Klug was the target, and that's why John Klug's getting the free kick.
Can't do that. Remember Sandy Bay last year. Went for the man and not the footy and lost by quite a margin. The flyer was Lovell, couldn't hold it. Davies, make that Mathewson. Handball's out. Here goes Bowden. The line, as we have a look at the Glenorchy bench. And Mike Bowden in the screen would have loved to drag that one into his possession before it went over the line. Klein dominating in the ruck. Gets the tap only to see Balcom pick up. Back to Klug in the centres Mansfield. He gets away from one tackle, gets it high, and then loses the footy. Away goes Moore. Moore long to Christensen. Back to Hardman. Hardman, where did he find that pace? Now lines up for goal. And I think it was just too much for him when he ran away from a couple. It's not often he does that. And he got stage fright when the goals stared him in the face.
A bad miss by the big fellow, number 13 there. He should never have missed that. See, he tackled well, followed up again. And then watch, we'll see Moore goes out wide and Hardman drifts down the ground to take the hand pass. Does all the hard work, paralysing burst of speed by his standards, and then a woeful kick.
Fine mark by Fletcher, and in the meantime looks like Lyndon Lockley, I think, down there. We'll see. Davies, nearly a fine mark. Make that Mathewson. Bowden. Balcom. Queen. In towards centre half forward. Mittencottle in front. Oh, could have got a free kick. Comes to Noy. To Gourley. To Elmer. Oh, Elmer makes a meal of it. That looked a promising move by North Hobart. Elmer given plenty of time to scoop the ball out to Fletcher in the end. Queen does it brilliantly. The hand pass to Linton. Wide to Bowden. What can he do? Line up the goals and miss. Once again a bad miss under pressure. And a minor score when a goal was staring them in the face. 21 and a half minutes gone and one straight kick the difference in favour of the Magpies.
Kerry and Bowden in your screen. Bowden now flitting around trying to find his man, and Maple is the one to take it. They love to huddle the North Hobart players at the kick-ins, and then they disperse everywhere. This kick dispersed out to Noy. Noy on centre wing, kicks to the half-forward line. Chance now for Noy once more. Hardman's in there. Brace coming onto the ground. Away goes McQueen. Oh, clever chip over to Elmer, who kept his eye on the football and caught one in the bugle, I would say. But the whistle say too. Lyndon Lockley looks to have caught one there. But the umpire's bugle said, Elmer, you've got the free kick. Back to McQueen. McQueen from 45 metres out. Will he kick it? John Kenny, a perfect judge on whether he'll kick it or not. What do you think?
Until he got it on his boot.
Going to the right. High they go. And down comes the footy. 16 playing 21. The Magpies by 5 points.
The Magpie defence doing it perfectly at the moment. Curley playing on, but the umpire hadn't finished waving the flag. Worth a try, Roland. Try again. The short pass into Collis. But when in doubt, they're thumping that ball through for a minor score. Up towards Davies v Styles. Styles does well to punch the ball away, but Davies does even better to back up, get the ball in towards centre half forward. Hardman couldn't pick it up. Linton, the hurried kick. Wide. What's the bounce going to do? Oh, brilliantly done, Noy. I thought he'd been out of position. Drives on. And there's Roland Curley again. And finals experience, a lot has been said. And certainly Roland Curley is one of the experienced players that is really holding the North Hobart side up.
And once again, the North forwards totally out of position.
Curley and Webster and Balcom doing tremendous things down on the back line. It wasn't a bad mark either by Lovell. Plays onto the wing, looking for Bowden. He always creates movement across centre wing. Lovell following the kick, up's good play. Breaks one tackle, kicks short to Queen's fine play. And the two youngsters, Lovell and Queen, a good Quinella there. Queen takes the mark, 40 metres from goal. He'll get the distance. The Magpies will get a bit of breathing space if Queen delivers from 40 metres out. Just going to fall short. Grace is there though. Can he get up and kick the goal? Well, that's a throw if ever there was one. He gave it to Pearce, rugby style, and Pearce kicked his third.
Well, I'd like to have a look at that one again. But let me also say, no matter what happened in the square, it was a brilliant build-up by Glenorchy. At the moment, North Hobart are looking over their shoulders and they're chasing. Let's watch closely.
I reckon he was unlucky not to get a high tackle there earlier on.
As he tripped, didn't matter. No, he
over the shoulder.
Yeah, he got the ball out. All's fair. Grand finals. Goal number 3 to David Pearce. And Simon Minton-Connell, a moment. The tables turned on him after he controlled David Pearce in the second semi-final.
Probably his biggest challenge in season 1987 is to come back. Riley. Ball short. Mansfield over the head. Maple v Klug. Free kick to Klug. No, play on's the call. Elmer. Burrows. Dropped the ball. Or got it out. Noy. Linton. He's had an influence on the game, hasn't he? Old Super. He's kicked short and badly directed and goes to Maple.
Maple comes out to the tiered side where Noy's lurking. Bowden's just about to run him down. Noy now kicks to McQueen. Collis in the way. To those experienced players, John Kenny, you can go through them. Ling, Linton.
What about the free kick?
Webster, Collis. The experienced North Hobart Glenorchy players are playing tremendously well, aren't they?
Yes, they're cool and calm under pressure. None more so than number 7 there, Roland Curley or Michael Webster.
The free kick up the field is paid. Then it's going to Bowden. Goes short. Klug underneath the ball, but who's lurking at the back screen? Oh, I thought he could have gone for it there, but Pearce, brilliant. He positioned his body, and that's he's built himself up over the summer, John. You could see it in that instance there, couldn't you?
That was sheer strength, because there were some people last year who said, despite his brilliance, David Pearce couldn't do the hard things. I don't subscribe to that, never have done, but that was a fine example. If he kicks this goal, we'll be lucky we'll see it again.
And he moves. I think he's missed. And 3-2 David Pearce's tally. Litton 4 kicks and 4 handballs, so he's been a valuable player.
And we can see it again. The pass is on. Looks like Minton-Connell should have got that, and he did everything he could to spoil the mark, but Pearce too strong.
Linton-Connell, shortest way home, straight up the centre, and he's looking for Mathewson. He doesn't let him down. Fine mark, Mathewson. Goes to the tiered side, looking for more. Boundary line looms up.
Line off.
They're falling down across that half-forward line, though, John Kenny, aren't they, North Hobart?
They certainly are. They're totally disorganised on the forward line. Michael Noble on the ground.
Throw in. Christensen's got to do the work. Oh, 3 North Hobart players. Christensen should have left it. Lack of communication sees the Magpies get out through Linton. Loves the big games, does Super Linton. Lovell, he's proving dangerous. Good turn of pace gets him out of that. Kicks to Queen. Maple in the way. Handball is under pressure and not good. Bowden back to Queen. Mistakes are plenty in this little interchange. Dawson, you've got to bounce it, and he will.
My word, the grand finals are all about, aren't they? 12 points is the margin in favour of Glenorchy at the moment. But it's a tight, torrid affair. Christensen having to do the ruck work. He gets the free kick because they've taken Klein off the ground. And so much for a lot of the talk during the week that Klein was the key man to the game. If that's the case, North Hobart have already lost it. Christensen goes in towards College, drops the ball. Linton, kick number 6. Up towards Klug. Fletcher, he's clear. What can he do? Wide to Pearce, who's stolen the march again. And a 15-metre penalty must come. Umpire Smokey Dawson, you are right on the spot and perfectly correct. And is there a move going to have to be made here? Or are they going to allow Minton-Connell to try and do it? Here's the replay. No doubt about the treatment there, John.
No, good decision by Smokey Dawson. Simon Minton-Connell frustrated as David Pearce, who's kicked 3, lines up for number 4.
And he moves, kicks and goals. 4 goals, 2 to David Pearce in a brilliant first quarter. And some of the talent scouts that have been over here and said he's not up to it, have another look at him, fellas, because he's playing a brilliant game. 7 kicks and 3 marks.
Right, and Fletcher, who did the right thing, saw that Pearce had got away from Minton-Connell. There it was again, the frustration we saw earlier. The 15-metre penalty resulted. But yes, David Pearce, who's kicked 4 goals, when the full forward's done that in the first quarter, you've got to move your full back.
Well, alternatively, he's got to adopt new tactics, John Kenny. I'd say play a couple of yards in front of him. He's not. He's playing beside him. And the Glenorchy players upfield really are giving him an armchair ride. But, of course, he's capping it off admirably. Coleman's down on the ground. Sweeps it under his legs to see Noble pick up. Straight up in the air goes that kick. Christensen high. Out comes Davies. If he can pick it up, he can't. Oh, cleverly out to College. College to Noble. He's collared brilliantly by Riley. Oh, the tackling of Glenorchy is magnificent. And away they go. Lovell to Linton. Linton straight down the centre to centre half forward. Over the back was Mathewson. Should have punched. Queen tries to snap and the ball will go over the line.
No.
Punched on very well indeed by the Magpies. Carpenter was lurking in the forward pocket. Unfortunately didn't come off.
Siren sounds to end the first quarter. It's been a good one for the Magpies. Finals experience is at 5-4-34. And they have an 18-point lead over North Hobart, 2-4-16. Yeah.
Now it's time. Now it's time. Now it's time. It's time.
Second term about to get underway at North Hobart, and it's Glenorchy enjoying an 18-point lead. It's been a fine first quarter from the Magpies. The Demons have to hit back. Christensen, the big thump. Umpire Kelly gets bowled over by Bradley Plain. And I think Webster was injured in that collision. Plain over the ball. And the free kick going towards Bradley Plain and Michael Webster. Was that the collision with the umpire, John, when he got hurt?
Yes, it was, and he's still down on his hands and knees.
Meanwhile, the play on further forward, and McQueen has the mark. Now, that is going to be a twist to the game, isn't it? If the collision with the umpire, Webster got hit high, and he's feeling his teeth, or if there are any left. And umpire Kelly been in the wars in the last few weeks. Got hit by the ball last week when he got in the way of a kick. And this week he got sandwiched between two players, but Webster's the one that's come off worse. But let's look at this kick of McQueen, a vital one. He fires and he goals, and that's a great start for North Hobart in the second term. A goal to Steve Hollywood McQueen. And looking at statistics for the first quarter, John, they really need that.
Yes, certainly Glenorchy have been on top. 62 kicks, 17 marks. We just pause for a moment. And there's the push in the back to Plain. Got the free kick. Webster, who ran into the umpire, and his hands and knees. A missed kick by Christensen. He'll claim it was a top pass, but it went to McQueen anyway, who finished it off. Just running through those stats. Kicks Glenorchy 62, North 47. Handball 17 apiece. Mark 17 apiece. Handball Glenorchy 27, North 20.
The Magpies, can they get it back? Off the table then by Styles. Styles now runs the ball over the line. But I noticed John Kenny, Gary Davidson talking to McQueen too prior to them getting out of the huddle. He had a word alone with Steve McQueen. And I think McQueen would love that goal to start off proceedings in the second quarter. What a leap from John Klug. Back to Styles. Styles to centre half forward. David Gooley. He's been a fair player. Kicks to centre wing. Linton's going to mark this. Got his name written all over it.
And a big kick winner gets it out to Curley. Another big kick winner, probably the most on the ground. Bowden has the ball thumped away. College the opportunity. The hand pass over to Sutton. Sutton now looking for Plain. Away from Webster. Webster does it well, but Plain does it better. Bounces it twice now. runs through centre-half forward, finally kicks because he had no one to kick it to. Coleman, the diving attempt. McQueen, the magic goal again. Yes, Hollywood, you've done it again, and the Demons are back into the game.
It's not only the fact that Gary Davidson might have talked to Steve McQueen as players congratulate Bradley Plain, and watch Plain again. This is the brilliance of Bradley Plain. Had one bounce, another bounce, and then couldn't find anyone to give it to. Didn't kick well. Good effort by Hardman, but look at McQueen. Impossible shot for goal, but it wasn't impossible. It was achievable, and Steve McQueen did it. But there's the man who started it, Bradley B. Plain.
Danger for Glenorchy too, John, because Plain was down in the first quarter, so too McQueen. They've both figured in the last couple of goals. Collis not wanting to let go of his Guernsey as we see the bounce down. Big punch by Christensen. He's pumped up. Gets the kick to, or knocks it to Webster. Webster to the centre wing. Clever play to Terry. Thanks Terry Moore for that. Looking for McQueen again. Knocks over the back. Oh, chance for Noble. Ball now rolls over the line. Grayson Devine in your screen. Cameraman would have had a good shot at that.
Very close, and look at that big crowd in the background. Throw in, Hardman. Well, I tell you, since going to the ruck, Hardman's been well and truly on top and been very positive. Styles, the hurried kick into the centre. Gooley does it well, through like a steam engine. Lines it up towards the full forward line. McQueen from behind, playing, reading the pack, and what's he done? He's picked another one. The scores. Oh, what do you reckon? They can't get much closer, can they, at the 4-minute mark of the second term? All tied up. 3 quick goals in the opening moments to the Demons.
Gooley again. McQueen tried to push it down, did it cleverly, brilliantly to Plain, and what a transformation has come over this game, because the north forward line that was absolutely annihilated, demoralised by the Glenorchy defenders, now all of a sudden spring to life, and North Hobart right back in this game with scores locked together.
Away the North go again, only momentarily. Mansfield to Ling to Klug. But there's Gooley. He's been a good player in the second quarter. And really, it's only 4 minutes old, and North have already got 3 goals on the board. Sutton kicks down towards Davies. Davies wants to chance his pace. He gets beaten for it, though, holding the ball. And Collis was the one who ran him down. Timmy Woodham having a bit of a chat. Likes to have a talk, does Tim Woodham. Good shot of him doing just that as Collis kicks from half-back flank.
Yeah, I don't know what he'd ever do if he lost his voice. Christensen wide and thumps it over, and you know, it may sound funny. Klein was on top in the ruck, John, but in the first term, but Christensen's been on top and far more positive. Shade, to make a liar out of me, gets Deling, gets the hurried kick. Lovell, swamped, gets the hand pass out. Fletcher on cleverly to Klug. Klug over to Shade. Oh, it's like the Queen Mary trying to turn in the Derwent Estuary, not very successfully, but finally comes out to Fletcher. High, Carpenter, 1-2 grabs, but it's knocked on by the Glenorchy side. To Linton, the hand pass, over the top to Styles. Can Styles stop the rot of the Magpies? He lines up, fires away and goals. The answering goal that the Magpies needed. And the first for the quarter for the Glenorchy machine that takes them back at the 6-minute mark to a 6-point lead.
Carpenter almost got the mark with Linton with quick hands and clever football out to Michael Styles, touches on the ground, does the right thing, steadies and drives it straight through. And I think we're back to that situation where we're going to have another top final, and it could well be goal for goal all afternoon.
Devine in your screen. He's been a fairly quiet player. It'd be interesting to see his stats, say, at half-time. There's Elmer, who's been a good player. Handball's out. Only to see Lovell in the way. Lovell likes to use his pace. Kicks, but College in the way. He was off as well. And he gets off from that tackle applied by Pearce. There's Devine. Strong mark, Mark Devine. He's going to get 15 metres. He loses his boot. We'll see how he kicks with his sock. Decides to use the left boot. Kicking to the leading Hardman, a fine lead, a fine pass. More players are plenty down on the forward line. Short to Plain. Well, Plain has taken off in the second quarter. He really has dominated.
And the wry grin from Bradley Plain, because it was a missed kick from Peter Hardman. But again, at 9 o'clock tonight, that'll be pass of the year.
Bradley Plain pulling down the Warwick Kappa pants. Tries to settle himself down to kick for goal number 6 for North Hobart. They're a goal behind, and Bradley Plains 30 metres from goal. He's gone back about another 20 metres. And anyone would think they were trying to waste time, but he's putting plenty of time into this kick. The crowd are yelling, but not enough. The minor score. Unfortunate miss to Plain. He's already kicked 1-1, and the Demons 5 points in arrears.
So Roland Curley, cool man in a crisis. The Iceman of the back line. Look at that for a torpedo punt. Beautiful kick. Half-back flank. Klug tries to take it off the pack and paddles it beautifully out towards Styles. Well done. Up to Bowden. Takes a fine diving mark and should be 15 metres. It is. Umpire Dawson again right on the spot. There's Bowden now with the kick. In towards centre half forward. Who's there? Pearce! Oh! David Pearce. A brilliant start in the first quarter. Kicked 4 goals too. Something like 7 kicks and 4 marks in the first term. And that was beautifully weighted and beautifully marked. Pearce will kick from the 40-metre line. There it is. There's the drop punt kick. What's the accuracy like? The umpires to do a little bit too much work. And so 4-3 to David Pearce. Nearly 9 minutes gone of the second term. 6 points is the margin, and look at that for a mark. Good one, John.
Yes, and that's the brilliance of David Pearce, whether it's a strong chest mark, brilliant on the ground play, or a fine overhead mark like that.
College goes short again. Now kicks dangerously to Elmer. North, you're in trouble now. Mathewson helps them out though. So too does Elmer. But really, you've got to kick long and you've got to create leads about centre half-back flank to kick to, and there were none offering then from North Hobart. And lucky to get away with that, John Kenny.
Well, that short pass for the kick out was unbelievable.
So Elmer from centre half-back will kick to the centre. Maple's there, so too McQueen. He's in front. Maple lets him do the work. Off the table, Webster. Did he take the mark? He's not wanting to let it go. Good umpiring, is it?
No.
Umpire Kelly says he didn't want to get rid of it. Plain's got the free kick.
For mine, it was being held in underneath him by Plain. Clever play by Plain. Drives in towards the goal square. Coleman will take the mark. What did you think, John?
I thought it was unfair on Michael Webster. He thought he'd taken the mark. The umpire should have given him the benefit of the doubt.
Now 15 metres. Should be another one. If you don't get back on the mark, still not back on the mark. Now play on the call from the umpire. Wide, and a well-weighted pass finds Lovell. 15 metres again. Given. But North Hobart under intense pressure out there.
I thought he was just about to handball it to Curley, and I wouldn't have mind betting if he wasn't tackled, he would have. As the ball comes to centre wing, Mansfield gave it to College. College to Devine. Devine to Moore. Oh, North Hobart, you've got to have a look before you kick. Straight into the arms of Dean Coleman. Back to Lovell. Lovell to the centre. There's Klug. Spills what he normally takes. Maple handballs a long one out to Davies. Oh, Danny Lee chipping in. Intervened at a perfect time then did Danny Lee. He'll come back into it as Davies now just rolls it over the line. But they've made a few mistakes today, North, with their handball.
Yes, they've made some very bad mistakes, and a lot of them, Jim, have been made when they're not under pressure, when they've had time.
Look at the Kazali stand, absolutely packed. Christensen, a beautiful hand pass out to Elmer. In towards the full forward line, McQueen. It's half the magic of McQueen, isn't it? Just being in the right place at the right time for the kick that seems to be miskicked. Does it beautifully, and he doesn't mind a little dab at the goals from the angle either. You see, he's probably 2 or 3 metres in from the boundary line, standing on the 40-metre mark, so he'll be kicking from about 30 out. In he moves, right footer, drop punt. Umpire skips backwards and signals a goal. Goal number 3 to Steve McQueen, a newcomer late in the second term.
Yes, there he is. 3 goals in this quarter. A man of uncanny judgment, Stephen McQueen. Elmer goes the long kick, and McQueen with perfect judgment gets away from Collis. Coleman not his man. He could see what was going to happen, but too late. And Steve McQueen, the man there, feeling the fingers, making sure they're okay. 3 goals, I say, in this quarter. He's the man who's got North back into the game.
She's all tied up, Jim. Couldn't ask for a better game, could you?
Super game. 41 apiece at the 11-minute mark. Christensen again. He's rucked well. Here comes Elmer. He's doing a lot of strong work in the packs, is Michael Elmer. Davies gets around 2 Magpies. Now fires to the half-forward line. Grace kicks off the table. The boundary line is very close indeed. In fact, now it's over the line. And part of that crowd, that's the Glenorchy stronghold just there, Rod Kilda.
Certainly is. You can see the black and white floggers being waved. Down it comes to Grace. Dummies well and gets the kick. Who's there? Bounce is not good for Queen, but Gourley's really come into the game in this term, as has already been mentioned. Goes to Noble. Plain pushed out. Must get a free kick, and once again, umpire Dawson perfectly positioned for that.
That's the point I was going to make. It from our point of view, it was an obvious decision, but it was equally obvious. You'll see here, there it is. Michael Webster was the offender, and Smokey Dawson in perfect position to look sideways through to that.
Well, costly mistake. Completely spot-on decision. The shade comes off the ground again. Will be replaced by Riley. This a kick to put North Hobart in front. Bradley Plain is off it again, and it dribbles through for a behind. I don't know whether we can give it to him. I think we can. It's 1-2 to Bradley Plain, and the Demons 13 3/4 minutes into the second term are 1 point in front.
Curley again with that torpedo punt kick, spiralling madly out to the right street wing. But what a mark by Davies. He's playing a good game on centre wing. Kicks to centre half forward to Noble. Stood his ground and marked. That's what courage is all about, when you can hear the pack stampeding down and you stand your ground and just keep your eye on the football. Kick now down to the full forward line. Christensen, the big leap and the mark.
Should have been an obvious free kick against Steve McQueen. There's Chris Carpenter going off the ground. But we'll get a chance to see this after the kick, assuming that Ross Christensen won't miss from there, Rod Kilner. Both you and I will want to see that again, won't we?
Yeah, I thought that was a definite free kick. If there was the other free kick to Plain, that was a free kick to Curley.
He's only 5 metres out, Christensen. Fires accurately, a goal. 7-6 to 6-5. The Demons have had a great second quarter.
Well, what's your verdict going to be?
Well, we get a chance here to see, as Jim said, the courage of Noble. Glenorchy bodies around him everywhere, but Butch, as he's known to his teammates, didn't flinch. Well, let's have a look when the kick goes up to the goal square. What's Steve McQueen? Bang, there it is. Out of the way goes Curley. Christensen takes the mark, and Jimmy Wilkinson says, oh, touch and go. The ball was in within 5 metres.
Oh, gee, I wouldn't like to buy real estate off Jim Wilkinson, I'll tell you. Lovell gets the hand pass away, but it's a bad one. All of a sudden, Glenorchy under pressure, but a fine mark taken by Collis. Collis, high. Fletcher, a hurried kick. Fed off the pack. Now, Sutton. Where's the ball gone, he says. It was behind him. Once again, it comes to Riley. The hand pass out to Lovell is good. Lovell balks and then delivers. Gets flattened after he got rid of the ball, but it doesn't matter. He's kicked a magic goal. Brilliant goal, Andy Lovell. Pops it through. Goal for goal. This match is going towards, well, halfway through the second term, but that was great stuff, John.
Certainly. There have been many great things about statewide football this year, but one of the outstanding things has been the performance of talented players such as Andy Lovell, young boys in their early teens, 15, 16s even, 17s. Andy Lovell, in fact, is now 17, and what a future he's got in front of him.
Plays with an old head on young shoulders, doesn't he? He was very cool then, was Andy Lovell. So too's Linton. Loves the hard games, does Gary Linton. And really, I wonder, leaving him out of the team 20 in the paper fooled anybody. Oh, great game, but what a mark by Riley. Make that Queen. A right royal mark then by Matthew Queen from the 40-metre mark.
Jimmy Wilkinson pronounces from his throne.
Well, he'll be dethroned pretty soon if he doesn't kick it, because I've tipped that he'll kick it. He's 40 metres out, slipping from the throne. Oh, look at Blue. Rode the pack like Kevin Bartlett and popped through the easiest of goals. 48 playing 53.
And the Minders, who have got the job of looking after John Clude, forgot one vital thing. But let's have a look at that mark again from Queen. It's a beauty. You have to put up with Lyndon Lockley running into him after he'd taken it. We're saying the Minders think that John Clude's got to be watched, and they forget about him when the ball was in a couple of metres of the goal line. And that was a fatal mistake. Despite Jim's prediction, Matthew Queen didn't kick it. There's Klug, waits down. Look at that, couldn't believe it. Fell into his hands. Michael Maple said, what can I do?
Big thump by Riley. Bowden, hurried kick. Queen in front. Tripped, was he? No, but Riley, the rover, the ruckman. Say what you like, he's kicked a goal. Brilliant stuff. Oh, and what a fascinating game this is. One first North Hobart, then Glenorchy seem to be getting the ascendancy. 18 minutes gone, second term. And look at that for a scoreline, 11 points the difference in favour of Glenorchy.
Look at that Matthew Queen, because we talk about the teenagers in their mid and late teens, but Matthew Queen none better, because he got that ball out to Chris Riley, who then ran into the open goal and finished it off.
Look at him, like a bull waiting for the red flag, isn't he?
Like Crackers Keenan in his heyday.
I wouldn't be taking him off the ground, I tell you. I know I'd rather have on there.
He's snorting and
pawing the ground. Look at him.
Well, every picture tells a story. He's pumped up.
Enthusiastic.
He's got to do battle with Christensen, but he wins well. That's why they've got the goals in the last couple of minutes. They're winning out of the centre. Perry gets thrown out of the centre of that pack and gets the free kick. Carpenter, you can see there, warming up. Ball in possession of Darren Perry. There's the lead from McQueen. He's out in his area. Oh, little chip out then by Sutton. Picked up though by Balcombe. There's College in the way in the centre.
Just about off. No, he is now. Gets it over to Bush. Bush up towards the full forward line. Hardman the flyer. Can't complete the mark. Tried to get it out to Noble. Couldn't do so. Balcombe bundled aside. And then players diving on the football, and this is grand final pressure. Magnificent crowd at North Hobart. The weather's good. The football's been great. It's been a seesawing struggle. What more could you ask for in a game of football? It's had the lot. Riley, down it comes to Christensen. In towards the full forward line. Curley, the veteran. Cool, calm and collected. Roland Curley finds touch.
He really is unflappable, Roland Curley. This pressure means nothing to him.
Bill Hardman gets knocked out. He goes plain though. Only to see Curley just cruise in and kick to the centre. Oh, good mark, David. Darren Perry. Kick short to Noble. Here goes McQueen again. Is it his fourth of the quarter? The crowd behind the goal say it is. So too does goal umpire Graham Hamley. And the goal is a Demon one. 8-6 now to 9-5. He's having a cracker quarter. There's Steve McQueen.
Sheer brilliance. Curley, look, he cleared it and cleared it well. Then Perry took a good mark. Darren Perry, that's kick number 10 for number 9. And look at McQueen, rose it again to perfection. No wonder the North Melbourne talent scout last week was very impressed. Or a week before, I should say.
Lockley off, Carpenter on. Lyndon Lockley around the boundary line. 5 points the margin once again. Elmer boots the Demons into attack. Plain, courage, Curley, cool. Does it well. Now Matheson, almost Curley's 10th kick. College and Plain and Webster. 6 or 1/2 a dozen of the other, says umpire Kelly. He's right. Plain, short, looking for Christensen or Hardman. Hardman it is. Davies at the snap. What's he done? He's kicked a goal. And the Demons are back in front. Would you believe this game of football? 21.5 minutes nearly gone of the second quarter. And the Demons have hit back and lead by 1 point.
And the clever bounce pass then by McQueen. Then Plain unselfishly looking. And look at the man Davies, who's been a top player for North Hobart. Kicks it towards goal. One bounce and through it goes. And talk about a climax to the season. This is it.
We've had plenty of good finals games too over the last month. But this is shaping to be the best. 1 point in it to the Demons. 20-minute mark of the second quarter. The ball squeezes into the Demon forward line. Free kicks going to Webster. And he, after a brilliant first quarter, has had to lower his colours to the man he's picking up, Bradley Plain, in the second. But he gets the kick now to the centre. David Gooley being a very good player, John Kenny.
Top effort by David Gooley, the man back from injury. There's no doubt about his fitness.
Always does something with the footy, something effective. Christensen to McQueen. Was it goal number 5 for the quarter? Houdini, he got out of 2 tackles. Now kicks high to Hardman. Who's going to be first there? Hardman, they've got a goal. Well, luck's a fortune, and Hardman was blessed with it then. Another goal to the Demons. They go to 10-6, playing 9-5.
Oh, it was that man McQueen again. That was unbelievable. Houdini had nothing on him. But twists, turns, eludes, shrugs them off and kicks. And then in the back to Coleman. Thank you very much from Peter Hardman, not noticed. And as a result, Peter Hardman got the goal, and that was his second one.
It's his second goal, yes, John. I was holding up those fingers, not for any other reason, but to say that's the second perhaps questionable push in the back that's happened in that goal square. It hasn't gone Glenorchy's way. Out wide. Fletcher is going to get there before the boundary, yes. Then Devine beautifully shepherded out by Webster. Goes long. Grace takes the mark. Is that a little nudge out? That says the umpire. So, Grace. What's he going to do? Looking for the leading Pearce. He's underneath the pack. He tried to wait down but got knocked down. Elmer does it well. Into the centre. They're away. Maple. 20-metre hand pass to Devine. Back to Maple. This looks like the Demons of the previous weeks. Maple's kick. Noble from behind. Hardman from the side. And Peter Hardman pulls in a screamer. And all of a sudden the Demons have exploded.
Gee, when they move that ball, don't they look good, John Kenny?
Yes, and it was Rod Kilner. Look, here he comes again. The well-built one, Michael Maple. But look at the mark from Hardman. And as Jimmy Wilkinson was saying, and I was agreeing with him, once North Hobart move that ball quickly down the ground, they look a completely different side.
Kick from Hardman. The crowd again shouting their approval. Hardman jumping for joy. He'd be happy with that. That's his third. And North getting a bit of breathing space. The biggest lead I think they've had today.
Yes, certainly. Look at Maple again. Gave the hand pass to Devine. Took it back. And when he does stream down the ground, he looks awesome. And so was that mark from Peter Hardman. Awesome and brilliant. And so far in this quarter, North have added 9 goals. And Glenorchy have added 4.
Ball bounce, favours Klein. Perry gets pushed in the back. Play on, the advantage rule paid. Good umpiring. Elmer, the Demons are alight. Up to the forward line. Hardman must be paid. Is paid. Dean Coleman going quick about that one.
Came off by hand. Dash
Dot hand.
Expletive
yes.
deleted.
Let's have a look and see if it did come off the dot hand. No, pay the mark.
I would pay that mark 10 out of 10 times.
Yep. No doubt about it. So Peter Hardman, what an explosive 2 or 3 minutes he's enjoyed. And this is where Glenorchy are in trouble, isn't it? If it's not one of the forwards, it's another. About 4 or 5 options on the forward line for North Hobart to work through. In moves Hardman. I tell you, he's not going to kick 4-11 today. That's 4 goals, 1 for Peter Hardman, and he is looking very good.
Yep, and that's a vital comment you made, because Peter Hardman, as we watch Elmer, who's done so much for North Hobart, and we'll get a chance to see Hardman again up over the top. His hand might have got there at the same time, perhaps as Coleman's, no doubt in my man. But it was certainly a mark, and Lyndon Lockley is back on the ground. I was making the comment, Hardman relies on confidence, and he's thriving on it now. Look at him urging his teammates on. And all of a sudden, the North Hobart forward line has clicked into place.
So it's 19 points to the Demons. Here goes Linton. He wants to play on.
Why can't he play on that situation?
Wrong man.
The free kick. Advantage rule.
Didn't have a clue. We'll have to ask John Kenny. He's our umpire. Down to Fletcher. Well, Elmer taken to the ground well by Lockley. Across to Klug. Klug from about the 60-metre mark. Kicks it about 60 metres in the air and about 25 towards his goal. And over the line on the full.
Well, I think the wet area over on that side of the ground enjoyed that one, Jim. Minton Connell. Half-back flank. The Flyers, but who's waiting down? Klug threads it out to Curley. He's come right down the ground. Roland drives it to the edge of the square. Pearce in front. Queen over the back. Thump to the ground. Good defensive work, Demons. Moore again off the carpet. Butley pressed. Well done, David Pearce. He moved him out of the way to allow Grace to take it. Moore taps the ball forward. Now Lockley in a corner. In trouble. The hand pass. What pressure there is out there today. Perry with skill and strength and brilliance and determination pushes it over the line for a throw in.
The old-fashioned terms, G&D then by Darren Perry, who made sure he got the ball across the line.
It was a top tackle too by Devine on Lockley. He goes Lockley again though to show his wares. Kicking towards Lovell, man in front's Clue. Clue gets away. Handball, the rocket handball to Linton. Linton from the 40-metre mark, kicks long, but not accurately. Not happy with that is Super Linton. 3 straight kicks the difference.
He's died out of the game a little bit in the second term, hasn't he, as the Demons have got on top. There's Minton Connell. Look at that beautiful kick into Maple. Not a kind bounce, but he does it well, does Michael Maple. Threads it to Davies. Davies has been a prolific kick winner in this term, but here's another prolific kick winner. Roland Curley. Mr. Cool. Well, called play on by the umpire. I thought that was a little bit harsh. Nonetheless, he gets the boot away. Fletcher, hotly pressed. Now, all of a sudden, under intense pressure, the Magpies, the Demons have got, young Demons have got their confidence, and they're really got the adrenaline pumping at the moment and firing away with great determination. Here's Moore. Riley dived onto it to Devine. Does it, eludes 3 or 4 players, does it well to Klein. He has time to recover and then put in an abysmal kick which will favour Mansfield.
Darren Davies should have contested then. John Kenny was about 5 metres behind and just jogged towards Mansfield. They're the things you've got to do in finals, contest. Because Linton contested that mark by himself. Now kicks towards Pearce. Man in front though is a good mark to Mathewson. Oh, fumbled by Minton Connell. He's in trouble because Kluge's there. Handball, brilliant, across to Lovell. Another goal. Magpies have capitalised on mistakes. In the first quarter they did it, they've done it again and goal.
Yes, and if anything ever characterises the pressure of a grand final, it's this here. Look at Mathewson, there's the hand pass. Minton Connell took his eyes from it. Klug pressured him as a good footballer always will, and then the hand pass, quick hands. And look at Andy Lovell into an open goal, and that was all from a mistake by number 38, Simon Minton Connell, who unfortunately for him and his side fumbled the hand pass, and the opportunist, the brilliant Andy Lovell, seized it with both hands.
And Simon Minton Connell, 2 kicks for the day thus far. Statistician Jeremy Oliver. And that was a vital goal for the Magpies, bearing in mind that we're nearly 30 minutes gone in the second term. And I'm sure Danny Ling would love another quick one before half-time. He wouldn't want another North Hobart goal. Here comes Ling. Beautifully smothered by College. Does it brilliantly. Into wide centre-half forward Davies. He's given Mansfield a bar. And 15. No. There's Davies' kick looking for Harmon. He slipped Coleman, but Coleman gets it there, but Harmon's good enough to recover. Out wide to McQueen. Mr. Magic, what can he do? He's in a corner. He gets out of it. He hooks it back. Christensen's got the set. Carpenter a good thump away. Now it's the Magpies streaming out of defence. Lockley caught. Curley's caught, but he's held. We're not in possession of the football, says the umpire. And umpire Smokey Dawson, and Roland Curley takes the free kick at centre-half back.
Bradley Plain, who was just in picture there at the moment, getting in the way, flying for marks, and Christensen should have gone for it. Bradley Plain will have to be careful of that.
Best on the ground just about to date. Curley kicks to the, well, just across the centre line. Picked up, now kicked down towards Queen. Queen against Gooley. Pearce is there to lend Queen a hand. Well, has got to be holding the ball. You're in a shocking position when that happens.
He certainly did need a hand on that occasion, Jim, didn't he?
Devil in the deep blue sea. Minton Connell now strides across the back line to Christensen. His kick now goes to centre wing. Moore back to Christensen. That's good for stats. Kick now up to the half-forward line. Well, Hardman takes the mark. But McQueen did a lot of good work then in the pack to create that path for Hardman. But he's taken the mark on the 40-metre line. Pretty acute angle though. You can see it well there on the camera. Hardman fires. Not a bad shot.
Oh.
Well, what a goal by Hardman. In the first match of the year, we saw him kick 4 goals, 11. But already to date, he's kicked 5 goals, 1, 4 in the second quarter.
Good play by Christensen and Moore with quick hands again. Back to the running. Christensen, well done, big fellow. And what's McQueen? Yes, look at that. He put his body in, but the man who came from behind, Peter Hardman, Boy, is his confidence sky high, and as a result, 5 goals, and he's lifted them.
Well, we've seen Peter Harding missing from 10 metres out, so to get it from that distance and that angle, he really is on fire today.
He's pumped up.
And what a long quarter we're having. That's just what Glenorchy didn't want, as we said, and what they don't want is another goal. College threads it out. Well intercepted, Linton. Supers away, but he's got no one to give it to. Waddles his full measure of distance up towards centre half forward. Thumped down well by Mitten Connell. Grace over the top, but who's at home? No one. And David Gooley takes the mark and drives it out wide, looking for Noy.
Noy, perfect pass then by Gooley. Noy now from the half-back line. Kicks to Mathewson. Creating position well now are the Demons. This kick towards...
Oh, got a bit free kick.
Push in the back.
That's only a push in the back, but he's hurt Peter Hardman. Curley came in from the side too, and I'm not suggesting because you see Roland Curley is hurt just as much. Here it is again. There's Curley, eyes on ball. He had his eyes on the ball all the way, Roland Curley. Let me make that quite clear. And he hurt Hardman and he hurt himself.
Well, unanimous decision. Free kick to Peter Hardman.
Yeah. And that's earned them the hard way. Win them and wear them.
Even the umpire agrees with us. It's somewhat unusual.
I think even the Glenorchy supporters would have to agree with that, Jim.
Yes. Stuck out like a beacon as we see Hardman kick. Does he get the distance? Touched on the line. Not a bad kick then after being barreled to the ground. And have a look at the length of the quarter. 33 minutes, now 34 minutes.
Well, North Hobart have kicked 11 goals. Glenorchy have kicked 5 in this quarter. As the siren sounds to mark what has been a brilliant second term of football in the 1987 Grand Final, with North Hobart going in leading by 19 points.